Good morning. We are live for episode 63 of the Tempest Rising podcast. So this is part 2 of the biohacking mini-series that we're doing. Last week, we looked at the Oura Ring, which in my opinion is the greatest tracker available on the market. Today we're going to continue with the sleep theme, and we're going to take a look at some light blockers. So light blockers, specifically blue light blockers, are designed to minimize the amount of blue light exposure we get from screens, light bulbs, TVs, all that kind of stuff, which can upset our circadian rhythms. They can cause headaches, eye strain, and all kinds of issues. But the sleep is the biggest thing that they cause an issue with. And you guys already know the importance of sleep. If you're not sleeping well enough, then your entire system is compromised, your health is compromised. So it's a real useful tool for helping with your sleep and your sleep management. We're always on screens nowadays. Data from studies show that the average office worker will spend roughly 1,700 hours a year in front of a screen. And that is just at work. That's not accounting for their phone, tablets, TVs, lights at home, any of that kind of stuff. So we spend an increasingly large amount of time in front of screens, and it is causing effects to our health. Our eyes are designed to see a rainbow type spectrum of light, and blue light is the one that we get predominantly from the sun. It's the one that works to keep us awake and alert. And we're supposed to get it from the sun during daylight hours. But modern inventions like the light bulb, our phones, TVs, iPads, anything with like an LED light source will increase the amount of blue light that we're exposed to during the day. The idea is that we see the blue light from the sun during daylight hours, and that keeps us awake, it keeps us alert. And as the sun starts to set, the amount of blue light we're exposed to decreases. But because of modern living, it doesn't decrease anymore. As soon as the sun goes down, our TVs go on, our phones go on, people work late on laptops, all this kind of stuff. So we're constantly exposed to this blue light. And that upsets the circadian rhythm, the natural sleep-wake cycle, and it makes it very hard for us to sleep with any kind of consistency. We have a sleep hormone called melatonin, and it helps to regulate our sleep patterns. And too much blue light exposure disrupts that hormone. It stops it being released. As well as your sleep, melatonin also helps with your immune function. It can cause an anti-inflammatory response, and it's also known to be an antioxidant, so it helps to remove harmful free radicals from your body. So aside from the sleep, too much blue light is also affecting your immune system. So it goes well beyond just sleeping better, because that hormone is vitally important for our health. And our excessive amount of blue light exposure is messing this up for us. So the idea with the blue light glasses is that it can block the amount of light that gets through when you're on a digital device. There's a varying amount of studies on this. Some people love them, they think they work really well. Some people don't notice much of a difference, but I think it depends on the quality of what you purchase in terms of the glasses, and also what kind of percentage of light they block. So I have 3 pairs of different strength percentages. So the first pair of these ones, which you've probably seen me wear or seen them blocked on my head, popped up on top of my head, these ones are designed to block around about 40% of the light. Okay, so it's not a huge amount. They're pretty tame. They weren't expensive. Amazon, just standard ones. These are the types of ones that I would probably wear in the morning. So sort of first thing in the morning, when I need the light, and I want to kind of block some light, but not too much, because I want to be alert. So that's the first pair. The second pair, these are True Dark day walkers. So, daylights. These block around 75% of light. They're a yellow tinted lens, and they do different styles, but you can see there they're quite yellow. I'm trying not to make a reflection for you, but they block a lot more light than the other pair. So those ones I would probably tend to wear more in the afternoon when I'm trying to wind down and you know, start to get a little bit less blue light in. I think they're particularly good. They're very effective. They're very comfortable. They're not the cheapest thing. TrueDark were one of the first kind of companies that went big with blue light blockers. They're endorsed by Dave Asprey and a few of the well-known biohackers. So they're not the cheapest ones, but they do work. And I think they are, you know, particularly good. Now, the third pair are another set of TrueDarks. These are called the Twilights, and I'll be completely honest, I'm guilty of not wearing these as much as I should. These are the maximal light blockers. They look like some kind of crazy bat eyes or fly eyes, but these block 100% of your blue light, plus some other lights across the spectrum. So they're the nighttime ones. So when you want to sit down, you want to watch TV, or if you read on like a Kindle or your iPad or your phone or whatever, those are the ones that you want to be wearing because they're blocking out all of that blue light. I know that when I do wear these, they do increase the amount of deep sleep I get, because I've tracked the data using my Ring. So they do work, but I am guilty of not wearing them enough. Mainly because I forget, but they do make everything red. So everything, you know, when you put them on, all the light is blocked, so everything becomes extremely red. You can still see through them, you can still watch the TV, you can still read, you know, but you have to be prepared for everything to be one colour. But it is particularly effective for increasing the amount of deep sleep that I get personally. I know that when I wear them, my eyes are less tired. I get less headaches as well from working on the computer, and I do sleep better. So it is something that is worth trying. They are readily available everywhere, and you don't have to get, you know, the TrueDark ones. You can try out a less expensive pair and just see how they work for you. I think that anything that can enhance our sleep and keeps us in a more natural state of being is absolutely worth a try. So let me know your experience with light blockers. Do you use them? Have you used them in the past? Would you like to use them? And just your thoughts on them. What were your experiences? Let me know, and I'll be back next week.